Jet Black the One Only here with another exciting live stream. In this video I'm going to be talking about Chaos Max Ojama Trio. Is it a good idea? I actually haven't put too much thought into it. The thought came to me earlier today. But what if you made a deck that was solely based on summoning Ojama Trio on your opponent's side of the field using the Ojama Trio trap? Yo Kirby, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button. So what if you made a deck where the focus of the deck was to activate Ojama Trio, give your opponent 3 tokens that have like, yo Nerd Tanker, welcome to the stream, it's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button, truly appreciate it. So my idea for a deck would be, what if the whole goal of the deck is to activate Ojama Trio, which is a trap that will summon tokens to your opponent's field, which in link format can be dicey, but one moment. Once you activate that and you give them those tokens, you play Shield and Sword. Shield and Sword will make all their defense point 0, and it summons them to your opponent's field in defense. Then, because you already activated Shield and Sword, when you summon Chaos Max doesn't have his attack and defense swapped because Shield and Sword was played before you summoned Chaos Max. So then, you swing with Chaos Max at one of the Ojama Trio tokens, and it deals double piercing. And because you played Shield and Sword and made the Ojama Trio tokens have 0 defense, you can deal double piercing, which would be 8,000. And your opponent hopefully only has 8,000 life points. So, what do you guys think of that as an idea? Also, Kratos, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Don't forget to smash that like button. Kratos said, definitely an intriguing idea. Kirby said you could use Ojama Country in terraforming instead of Sword and Shield. I actually haven't heard about Ojama Country, and also we got an advertisement ruining this copyright-free music. I'm gonna look up Ojama Country like right now. Okay, so I pulled up a Google Images post of Ojama Country. Once per turn, you can send 1 Ojama card from your hand to the graveyard to special summon 1 Ojama monster from your graveyard. While you control a face-up Ojama monster, switch the original attack of defense of all monsters on the field. Interesting. So with Ojama Country, the focus would be less on having the Ojama Trio trap and more on having a deck that runs Ojama monsters in general. That is interesting. So let's see. While you control a face-up Ojama monster, switch the original attack and defense of all monsters on the field. I guess the only issue with Ojama Country is that if you have Ojama Country, that's going to essentially Shield and Sword Chaos Max as well, right? So if it swaps Chaos Max's attack and defense, then you wouldn't be able to do the swing for 8,000 play. Then Kirby said, oh wait, shit, yeah, that's what I was getting at. So Kratos said, hey, you gonna be free later tonight? We can do the spell versus trap thing. I'm hoping to tonight do not only the spell versus trap duel, but also to do a Dragon Ball Super trading card game duel with Kirby. So hopefully today will be the day that we do the birthday duels, because that has been a big thing on my mind. Doing Kratos' birthday duel, which is long overdue, and doing Kirby's birthday duel, which is also a little overdue. Like, it's already been your birthday. So hopefully we'll get both of those done tonight. I should be free later. I don't have anything planned. I know my dad wanted to drive around for a little bit, but I'm not super hyped for that. I don't really want to just drive around. I would rather do these birthday duel things. I'm down for that. But are there any ideas on how to make this kind of play more consistent? Kratos just asked, oh cool, are you going to stream the deck construction? I can stream constructing the spells deck, most definitely. When it comes to this play, like the idea of this deck, you could of course run like Manju, Sinju, Sonic Bird. Kirby said, which side of that duel are you on, Nick? I'm going to be on the spells side. I don't trust myself with running a trap deck. I don't think I'd do a very good job at that. But I've done a spells deck before, and I'd like to give it another try. But what would make this Chaos Max Ojama deck more consistent? You know what I mean? Like, is there an easy way to get, like, Ojama Trio or Ojama Duo to your hand? Is there an easy way to get Shield and Sword to your hand? Because, you know, the ritual stuff is easy. Kirby said, so you could use a Token United We Stand deck. United We Stand is really good with tokens, I agree. Kratos said, I won't be able to duel until about 8 though. Okay, that gives me plenty of time. And then Kirby said, or you could do a burn deck. That's true. I think I'll probably do more of the token United We Stand thing. You know, United We Stand, Mage Power, those super boosts. Because those are really helpful for your tokens. I'm probably more down with that. Kratos said 1 second, be right back. But yeah, Kirby, do you think an Ojama Chaos Max type of deck would be viable? Or do you think it would just be too hard to get the cards that you needed? You know, let's see. Kirby said Scapegoat would be strong. Scapegoat would be strong for the spell deck. I agree with that. Um, I would really like it if there were more cards like Ojama Trio and Ojama Duo, and there might be, I just might be ignorant of their existence, where all they do is summon relatively weak tokens to your opponent's side of the field. I want it to be something where I can play like a spell or a trap, similar to the Ojama Trio and Ojama Duo cards. And then by doing so, give my opponent the tokens they need without me using any of my normal or special summons. I feel like that would really help the play. I also would really like it if there was some way for me to get sword and shield, or sorry, shield and sword quickly without having to wait for it. I know I could do things like Golden Sark or different dimension capsule, so I don't know. Let's see, Kirby said you could use the Ojama Brothers with the advanced ritual art. So I can have the Ojama cards in my deck, and because they're normal monsters, feed them to build Chaos Max. I could see that. It would take quite a few. Um, like you'd actually just be feeding them straight from the deck. But that is a thing. Those definitely play together. Let's see. Kratos said, okay, look up Black Garden. Okay, searching Black Garden. Will that give them plant tokens? That sounds familiar, that name. Here we go. I need to just look at it straight on the Wikia. I was looking at it, the Google image search, and the text was small. Kratos said for the Blue Eyes deck. I dig it. Let's see if a monster is normal or special summoned except by the effect of Black Garden, half its attack. Also, you can special summon 1 Rose token, plant type, dark, level 2, attack 800, defense 800, to its controller's opponent's side of the field in attack position. This attack loss remains even if this card leaves the field. Let's see. You can target 1 monster in your graveyard with attack equal to the total attack of all plant monsters on the field. Destroy this card and as many plant-type monsters on your field as possible. Then, if the total attack the destroyed monsters had on the field is equal to that target's attack, special summon that target. So you can special summon monsters from the grave doing that. That's interesting. I didn't know that Black Garden had that extra part at the end. I never read it all the way through. Let's see, Kirby said, maybe if you can activate that after you summon Chaos Max, since it would weaken Chaos Max. So when it comes to Black Garden, specifically, right? Black Garden requires me to summon something first, or just wait for my opponent to summon something, and then it'll give them like a token. Sorry, I didn't notice that I was no longer on non-copyrighted music. They keep getting me with that. YouTube, that defeats the purpose. Okay. When it comes to Black Garden, I could, if I use it on my turn, right, since it's searchable with terraforming, which is my main problem with Shield and Sword. Let's see, Kratos said it also works really well with Utopia the Lightning. Black Garden? That's interesting. Because Black Garden makes his attack become 5,000, so the half doesn't really affect him that much. That's pretty cool. Let's see, with Black Garden, let's say you don't blow up your Black Garden, and you still summon Chaos Max anyways. So, Chaos Max's attack is halved. If a monster is See, the issue is you still don't get the whole 0 defense thing. That's part of what I really like about the Ojama concept, is that you're dealing that double piercing damage that's like enough to kill as long as you swing with Chaos Max once. This still definitely would do some big damage. Like, even if you didn't get rid of Black Garden before you summoned your Chaos Max, you still would deal a significant amount of damage. It would just be 8,000 minus 800, so you deal like 7,200 piercing. Well, no, you wouldn't deal 72, my bad. If you summon Chaos Max without getting rid of Black Garden, you'd be dealing 4,000 minus 800. So you're dealing like 32, but 32 is nothing to scoff at. So I mean, it still does good damage, and Black Garden does give them something for you to attack, so that you can still get that value from the piercing. I guess what you would want, more likely than not, would be to try and get rid of Black Garden with like a Twin Twisters. Maybe you can destroy something your opponent controls as well, or with a Mystical Space Typhoon. And then after Black Garden's gone and they have a token, let's say you were able to give them a token by playing like Manju or Sinju or Sonic Bird, things that you would already be playing to try and search your rituals. You give them a token, then you ritual summon Chaos Max after you've gotten rid of Black Garden, and then you swing for a lot of damage. And then maybe the little bit that's left over of your opponent, you could try and like hit them a little bit for with like Manju, Sinju, or Sonic Bird. But I think most of them are 1,400. So if they swing and they're like halved due to the effect of Black Garden, then they'll have like 700. So then you'll like almost kill them. So it still seems like a good play. I dig it. You would just need to hope that you had removal in your hand, but you could run like a lot of removal for spells and traps. There's like plenty for you to have. So you want to make sure that you'd have removal. You'd want to make sure that you had terraforming so that you could search Black Garden. You probably would want to run like the Manju, Sinju, Sonic Bird stuff, Chaos Max, maybe Advanced Ritual Art. I'm a big fan of Advanced Ritual Art, but that doesn't mean it has to be put in everything. Kratos says, and it's a lot more consistent being a field spell. True, because you can search it with terraforming. So I do vibe with that. I might make that deck now and like see how that goes. I do have multiple plans for videos that I'm going to do today. Now, Kratos isn't available until 8 for us to do the Spells versus Traps duel. But Kirby, when are you available today? Also, I'll be right back. I'm going to get something to drink. I'll have a little bit of music playing in the background. And Spider-Man here. Nerdtaker said, I'm available right now. Kirby said there's also Ojama Duo. I did look into Ojama Duo. Running that and Trio does double your chances of getting the card you need. Kratos said, hey, I gotta go. Okay, I'll catch you later, Kratos. And you said you'll be free around 8. So yeah, I'll see you then. Hopefully I'll have the spell deck fully built, streamed, and we'll be ready to do that later tonight. Kirby, would you be free to possibly do your birthday duel? I still would want to make a new deck in the Dragon Ball Super thing. In the Dragon Ball Super trading card game before we played. But I'm curious to see if you'd be free to play, because then I could jump on that right after this stream. Let's see. Kirby said, Duo even burns your opponent a little. True, it burns your opponent for destroying their tokens, which would be really helpful. I do dig that. A matter of fact, you could still run Ojama Trio and Ojama Duo and Black Garden and Terraforming and the removal and the Chaos Max cards and still probably just have a 40 card deck straight. So there's definitely a lot of promise. I do vibe with that. There's also a new Chaos Max, well, not Chaos Max, but a new Chaos Blue Eyes card that's come out. And that new Chaos Blue Eyes card, well, sorry, that's been announced. I can't say it has come out, because it's not like we have it. But that card might also be useful for a play like this. So, it's interesting. But I'm going to get something to drink real quick. Kirby says he's open right now, which means I might go from this stream into doing a stream where I'm building a Dragon Ball Super trading card deck, and then after I build that deck, we can do a stream where me and Kirby play the Dragon Ball Super TCG. Kirby said, I saw that on DPYGO. Speaking of which, if you have not heard of DPYGO, definitely check him out. He does Yu-Gi-Oh card breakdown videos, and I really enjoy his content. He has a lot of memes. He has a lot to say concerning these cards. And if you want to see something similar, but maybe you're not looking for a video, definitely check out r/Yu-Gi-Oh Reddit. Whenever new cards get announced, there'll be threads that have a lot of valuable information of people breaking down cards and talking about possibilities. It's a very similar thing to DPYGO, like reading those Reddit posts. So if you're not hip with the kids and you haven't hit up r/Yu-Gi-Oh Reddit, it's definitely worth checking out. Also, don't forget to smash the like button on this video. And if you would like to see this deck that we've just been discussing in action, definitely check it out. I might make a video with this deck later. Ryan said, is this about the new Blue Eyes? Not currently. What we're currently talking about is old Chaos Max, and the idea of playing cards like Ojama Trio, Ojama Duo, Black Garden, Terraforming, Mystical Space Typhoon, Sujin, Majin, Sonic Bird, stuff like that, Advanced Ritual. And the idea would be to... Oh, Sword and Shield is like another thing that we talked about. But it's just summoning tokens to your opponent's field for you to swing at with Chaos Max, and using cards like Black Garden to give them tokens, or Ojama Trio or Ojama Duo to give them tokens, and using cards like Shield and Sword in order to make the tokens weaker, giving them 0 defense, and then Chaos Max has 4,000 attack and double piercing, so he can like really deal some damage in. This isn't built to necessarily be like an OTK deck, considering that a lot of things we discussed is kind of slow. So let's see. Kirby says he has a chore that he needs to do in like an hour. So hopefully we don't go over an hour. We might have to play a little bit later if I'm gonna build a whole new deck in the Dragon Ball Super trading card game. Because if I'm building an entire deck from scratch, that might take a little bit of time. And then because I'm rusty with the rules, I imagine the duel will take a little bit of time. So it may be a thing where while I'm making the deck, you might want to be completing your chore. And then if you're able to complete the chore while I complete the deck, then we can both duel without having to do anything. So Kirby said maybe after. Yeah, or we could just play it after you do the chore, which would also like eliminate the need for the time limit. So what I'll do is I'll end this stream, then I'll get started on the stream where I'm building the deck for the Dragon Ball Super trading card game, and then hopefully once Kirby's finished doing the chore, we can jump into actual gameplay on that. If anyone has any ideas about like a Chaos Max, Ojama Trio, Ojama Duo, Black Garden style deck, definitely share them in the comment section below. I'd love to extend the discussion further down there with you all, and thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video. Favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. This is your host, your friend, your boy, Jeb Life One and Only, thanking you for watching another exciting program. Peace.